First thing I want to establish today is what a title company is. Second, how do I find them? And third, how do I get paid from a title company? So, first things first, what is a title company? Now, let's put that on our notes or on our piece of paper. What is a title company? And the title company does one to two things. They're going to insure the transaction. And secondly, what the title companies are going to do is confirm ownership. So now that we know that the title company is going to ensure the transaction and confirm the ownership, I actually want to give you guys a breakdown on how this process works, how we can find them, who's more likely to work with title companies. So when you're doing your traditional real estate transaction, you may have retail deals that happen with title companies. Now, Zaire, what is a retail deal? That may be some transactions like when you're working with lenders or a bank and even realtors on the open market or the MLS. Now, those 95% of title companies probably wouldn't be the ones that you as a wholesaler wouldn't want to go to. So how do I find that extra 5% of title companies? Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to how to find. Let me write this down. How to find title companies. So right here to the side, we're going to put how to find. Number one, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Facebook groups. And we're going to go to investor Facebook groups. Then once we go to those Facebook groups, we're going to say some people like to use investor friendly title companies, or you can say title companies that work with wholesalers. Sometimes you even have people that work at the title companies in these investor groups. So secondly, what we're going to do is we're going to use Google and we're going to call the title companies in our area and we're going to ask them two questions. We're going to say, hey, do you guys work with investors? And if they say yes, then we're going to say, secondly, are you familiar with assignment fees? If they give you one of those, then that's a check. If they give you two of those, then that's our title company, guys. That's the one that we want to be using. So now we know we can go to Google, we can Google, we can go to Facebook groups, and thirdly, you can find it in your school community. So here, guys, simply ask in this group. In this group, all you have to do is just comment, hey, do you guys know any local title companies in so and so market? Now that we know how to find title companies, let's explain what they do and how this process works. So now that we have this, we're going to have our title company right here, right? And we're going to give our title company a box right here. And down in this title company, remember guys, title company is going to insure our transaction. And in order to insure a transaction, you have to have some kind of paperwork. So us as the wholesaler, I'm just going to put this right here and I'm going to put wholesaler because we're going to help facilitate this deal along with the title company. We're going to say the wholesaler sends the purchase and sales agreement to the title company. Now, once that wholesaler sends the purchase and sales agreement to the title company, our title company is going to reach out to our seller. And what he's going to get from our seller is he's going to confirm the identity. So the title company is going to confirm identity. And once they confirm the identity of the seller, then they're going to do some paperwork on the seller to make sure that the title is free and clear. Zaire, what does free and clear mean? Perfect, you guys. I'm glad you asked. So now we're going to go down here. I want to say the title pulls some public records on said property, right? So now that we know title pull records on said property, they're going to make sure that it's clear from liens, also taxes, also code violations, and the list can go on and on. Judgments. So once the title company pulls the paperwork and says, hey, and don't panic, you guys, if it does have any lien, taxes, code violations, or judgments, is ways that we can get around paying these fees, or we can even take some of these fees from somebody else that our title company is going to verify, and that's our cash buyer. So now our title company is going to confirm the LLCs of the people who's buying. Make sure we have the principles of the people of ownership into those documents and signing that they have power of attorney in order to make decisions for the company. So once the title company figure out if there's anything owed on the property, if there's any liens against it, any taxes owed, are there any code violations, if the title company gives us a clear and says, hey, this title is free and clear. So if title is free and clear, we don't have to worry about any of this stuff. But the title company is going to give us a free and clear title, right? So let's put a piece of paper here for our title and say our title is free and clear, right? Now, in order to transfer this free and clear title, our cash buyer is going to also cooperate with the title company, and our title company is going to reach out to them from the information that they got from the wholesaler and say, "Hey, you guys, did you agree to buy this said property for $60,000?" And the cash buyer is going to say, "Yes, we agreed to it." So where do I send the wire? They're going to wire it to ABC Title. And then once ABC Title gets the money, what they're going to do is they're going to transfer this deed and the ownership over to this cash buyer. So now this cash buyer has the property that is distressed, right? And title, after they have transferred ownership of the property over and know that it's free and clear, they then have $60,000 in escrow. So what's escrow? An escrow account is where money is being held for the transaction. So in escrow right now, we have $60,000, right? And this is held at the title company. So $60,000 is at ABC Title. And we have confirmed the identity. We've confirmed the identity of this seller, and we confirmed the CEO of this LLC. Now the title company does paperwork and searches the public records for lien, taxes, code violation judgments. Once they establish that the property is free and clear from all of this, then they can move this title over to the buyer, transferring ownership. Once we know that the title is free and clear, the cash buyer is going to wire this 60,000 to the title company. Once that 60,000 is wired to the title company, then 50,000 of that 60,000 goes to our seller from our first example in the opening statement, and 10,000 goes to our wholesaler. Now, that's how you get paid from a title company, guys. And in the truest essence, a lot of title companies aren't familiar with working with wholesalers, so you might have to call around a lot and get some. Now, if I operate in your market, you can simply DM me, and I do have title companies that will be willing to operate with wholesalers. And the fantastic thing about this, you guys, is title companies can be an essential player in your wholesaling business. And some of them move with more speed than others. Some of them have more connection than others. You actually can get to a point with your title companies as if you have a deal fall through. They may have some cash buyers in the market that can close on your deal too. So that's how you operate with title companies, guys. If you have any questions, please drop them in the group. Like I said, let's go back over it. Title company confirms the identity of the seller. Once they confirm the identity of the seller, they search to see if any liens, taxes, and code violations are on the property. Once they know it's free and clear, then the buyer who's buying this property for $60,000, what they're going to do is title is going to insure their transaction. All in all, guys, the title company, they're in the business of insurance. They're insuring the transaction for our cash buyer so that we have a seamless transaction. And if anything goes wrong, then they know they have insurance on it to get their money back in real estate. But 9 times out of 10, it's a smooth transaction. Title company just gets their fees and their premiums just like any other insurance company. And that's the metrics of how they operate. If you guys have any questions, once again, thanks for joining the community. NWA Stand Up, the most transparent wholesaling community you can be a part of. Please tap in with me. Let your friend know. Let's get it.